What's good?
For the people who don't know you, introduce yourself and what it is you do.
My name is JAYDA Monroe. I am a songstress, singer, rapper, dancer, entrepreneur of sorts. You name it, I can pretty much do it.
Where are you from?
Denver, Colorado, Park Hill, straight out the Mile High, baby.
So you're from Park Hill. What school did you go to?
I went to Smith Elementary for the duration of elementary school, left Smith, and I went to Smiley Elementary School, or middle school, sorry. Went to Smiley Middle School, and I went to Gove Middle School the last year, but right before they tore the building down, actually.
Okay.
And then high school was Hinckley. We got up out of Park Hill. It was ghetto.
Tell you from Park Hill, that damn hair. Yeah.
Okay. Little shade.
Very whoopish going on here. You got any siblings?
I do have siblings. I have two sisters, Amethyst, Yanni. I have a brother that passed away. His name is Quavon. And then X-Ray Nin is actually my little brother too.
Okay. So how was your childhood in Park Hill?
It was ghetto. Dealt with a lot of bullying and stuff when I was younger. Got to middle school, had a lot of fights and stuff. Kind of hung out with the bad crowd for a little bit. Found music and dance, and I leaned towards that. And from middle school on to high school, I just ran with it. I was a singer, I was a dancer, I was in talent shows, anything surrounding music, I was a part of it.
All right, so who made you fall in love with it?
Aaliyah was the biggest love for me, and then also like TLC and like some of the 90s R&B girls, like 3LW, stuff like that. But my biggest one was always Aaliyah. That was like everything to me.
How did it feel when she died?
So, believe it or not, when she died, my mom came and told me Aaliyah died, and I looked at my mom like she was just the biggest lying piece of shit in the world. And I looked at her and I was like, Mom, you're a liar. And she's like, no, baby, she really died in a plane crash. And then she told me the news story and everything, and that was the most heartbreaking moment for me in life, because I felt like the woman that was like my everything was gone, and I'm like, well, who do I look up to now?
So would you say Aaliyah is the biggest influence on your sound?
Absolutely. As far as my R&B goes, and then with my rapping, I would say it would be more like Remy Ma is the biggest influence on my rap style.
Okay. We're gonna skip because I lost my spot for my questions. Did you have the ability to do this singing and rapping naturally, or did you cultivate it?
So singing came natural to me, but rapping, I was never really a rapper. And one day I was just joking around with X-Ray, and we were freestyling, just doing our thing as kids. And I said something in a freestyle jokingly. He was like, "Oh snap, sis, you got bars. You should rap." And I was like, "What?" And so me, him, and my husband at the time were all like joking around, and he was like, yeah, let's get you in the studio. And I'm like, okay. And at the time, my rap name was Harley Quinn, and we did this song called Revenge, and X-Ray actually was on that song with me. It was pretty dope for a first time song, I can't lie, but that was like my first gateway entry into rapping.
Okay. What projects, singles do you have out right now?
So projects that are out right now, my EP, This Is My Time, is out on all major platforms. Right now I'm getting ready to drop a video for a song, Rumors, I did. It's real personal to me. It pretty much just sheds light on like the snakes in the grass behind the scenes, if that makes sense.
All right. What makes you different as an artist? Like why would somebody choose JAYDA Monroe to listen to instead of all these other?
They would choose JAYDA because I can go from an R&B vibe to a Tech 9 or Snow the Product vibe. I can even bring you back to Tupac and Biggie. Like, there's no sound I can't master if you put it in front of me. So I would say my versatility is what makes me an asset in the industry.
Okay. What do you think is your most successful song or successful moment in your music career?
My most successful moment in my music career was actually the GOAT talk that I did with my son. We did his name's King Mari, and my son and I wrote a song together called Nightmare, and that GOAT talk was one of the most epic moments for me, not only as a mom, but an artist. And then I handcrafted my son, and although he wrote everything himself, being able to watch him blossom the way I did was epic for me.
Nice. What is a project or a song you put out that you feel has been slept on?
I would say a song that I put out that's been slept on would actually be Fade Away. I say that because it's like the perfect heartbreak song. You get those harmonies and that R&B vibe in there where you can feel the pain in those melodies, but then there's actually that rugged rap verses and stuff in there where it's like she's really hurt. Like on one hand it's like, oh, she's mad, but on the other hand it's like she's in her feminine energy, and it's slept on by a lot of people because they're looking more for like what's popular and what's trendy versus the pain in the music.
Good answer. Explain the importance of having a team behind you.
Having a team behind you, it makes it much easier to navigate this world. There is a lot of snakes, a lot of clowns. Being a woman in this industry, I'm preyed on a lot. I'm a pretty girl, so often guys will be like, oh, I want to work with you, and then you get to the studio and they don't really want to work with you. They want to try to entice you or get you to sleep with them or other things along those lines. And having a team behind you that supports you and is protective of you, it makes it easier for you to navigate this world, especially as a female artist.
What are some I'm trying to phrase this the right way. How important is your mental health during this type of journey?
Mental health is extremely important during this journey. I have a lot of personal battles, whether it be fighting for custody of my kids or just other endeavors I'm dealing with, legal issues, things like that. I'm battling a lot of things, and the music is actually my therapy when it comes to my mental health. And I can pour all that anger and that frustration and that sadness into my music, and I make art. I make stories. Like if you listen to any of my music, you can actually see my story through my music. It's not just a one size fits all.
Perfect. What do you believe blogs or even artists in the local community could do a better job at?
Keeping their personal life private. It's okay to let the media see certain things, like, okay, you're out with your kids at the zoo, or, little things it's okay to show the media, but they don't need to know about your dirt. They don't need to know about who's sleeping with who. They don't, like, all the little dirty, gritty details of life. Keep that out the media. That's not for everybody. And that's the one thing with me personally, it's like, I don't speak on my personal life. And if you know me personally and you're involved in my personal life, you know what's needed to know. And if you're not in my personal life, you don't need to know those aspects of my life.
What has been your biggest challenge in this journey?
Balancing mom life and the music, because sometimes the kids are sick. Sometimes you have to take time off. Like I took a big chunk of time off from doing music because I was a stay-at-home mom. I was breastfeeding. I had 4 kids by the time I was 24 years old. So it was like, sit down, it's mom time. It was complete mom mode. I never stopped writing music. I never stopped putting that passion into the music, but my focus had to be my babies. So it took away from the music piece.
How do you handle haters?
They're my biggest fans. Like a hater is just like, oh, okay, I see you, you see me. Thank you for your support. I love the support.
A hater is the greatest asset you can have.
I agree.
The more people they can recruit to hate you, the more eyes will watch you.
Absolutely.
Embrace the haters. Is there anything on this journey that you wish you would do differently?
I wish that I would have found a balance in life sooner with being a mom and my music, because I feel like I would be a lot further with my music than I am now if I would have found the balance sooner. But everything happens for a reason. My thing is, I believe the universe puts you through what you have to go through in that moment in time. So those journeys that I went through prior to getting back into music, I had to go through those lessons in order to get where I am now.
What's your ultimate goal?
to create a brand, generational wealth, a legacy for my kids. Something that when they look back on, even when I'm long gone in a box, they can be like, that was my mom that did that. That's my goal.
So what's next for you?
What's next is to keep pushing this EP. This is my time, dropping some visuals for you guys. I don't really have a lot as of right now other than the GOAT Talks, but my goal is to get those music videos out there, start collaborating with other artists, and get my skincare line up and running, because that's the next goal.
All right, so the interview over. I didn't ask you all the basic questions, all the Dateline NBC questions.
Okay.
Now I'm about to have some fun.
Okay.
I got a bunch of random questions I'm about to ask you. You might have heard some before if you watched the previous interview, but I got a whole bunch of them. I'm just gonna select about 10 of them.
Okay.
And we about to just have fun with them.
Let's go.
What is your biggest weakness?
My biggest weakness, I ain't even gonna lie, food. Food. I'm trying to not be a big back. And
big back.
I love Mexican food, and everybody knows that is one of the greasiest types of food there is. So, food.
Mine is food too. I done ate like 2 bowls of ice cream in like the last 2 hours. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I'm probably gonna get on the toilet soon. Your top 3 artists of all time.
Top 3 of all time: Aaliyah, Tupac, and I would say number 3 would be Lil' Kim.
I can see the Lil' Kim in you, not in a ratchet way, but like
her story.
Yeah, like a rap way. You know what I'm saying? What do you think is the greatest music album of all time?
The greatest music album of all time.
Like a full album, not just a song off of it.
Aaliyah's self-titled album, the Aaliyah album, is the best one.
What has been your happiest moment this year?
Watching my GOAT Talk drop and seeing the smile that it put on my kids' faces to see me make that milestone.
Damn, that's good. When life gets tough, who is your crutch?
My kids are a crutch, and my brother, X-Ray. We kind of deal with some of the same mental health struggles, and when I'm down, he knows what to say to pick me up, and vice versa. I can do the same for him.
So, no one can seem to answer this question.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you this question. It's not even a question, it's more, just a question. Describe the perfect sandwich.
The perfect sandwich. It would be like a BLT crossed with like a regular turkey sandwich. Like, so you have to have the bacon, the lettuce, the tomatoes. Has to have honey mustard. Mayonnaise is disgusting.
Oh, I like her.
Mayonnaise is disgusting. It has to have like Hawaiian sweetbread, because you still want to have that little bit of sweet essence to it, and lightly toasted.
See, I think she studied for this question. She might have been She had that shit down.
I'm not like X-Ray. I don't like Chinese food. I mean, I do, but.
All right, a book that changed your life.
A book that changed my life. I would honestly say the one by Steve Harvey, Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady, or whatever that book is. That changed my life because it shed light on perspectives where I could be better as a woman, but it also let me understand how men can tend to think sometimes, and why you see those adolescent behaviors come from them even when they're in their 40s and 50s.
Damn. So you talk about somebody in particular.
I mean,
look, fill in the blank. I look for blank in a spouse.
Honesty.
Yeah. What's something an artist could say that'll make you immediately turn the song off?
Talking too much about sex. Like, there's a way to talk about sex in the music where it's very demure. But if you're going to demure. Okay. Yeah, but if you're gonna, like, I can't stand the bitches that's like sexy red, my coochie pink, my booty hole brown. I shut the song off instantly. I'm like, what? And then to hear like that's the music my kids are listening to, I'm like, what? I have daughters, so I'm like, nope, cut it off.
Look, this leads right to my next question.
Okay.
Fill in this blank. Don't play no blank around me.
Bullshit music.
Fire. What's the most important thing you've ever done?
Be a mother. That's the most important thing I've ever done. There's no handbook to being a mom. People think it's black and white, but there's so much gray area to parenting, and I don't like people that are judgmental about it, or they take the white face approach, because everything's not a one size fits all. Every child's different. Some kids have disabilities, some don't. You have to treat each child like an individual human.
Nice. Final question.
Okay.
What was more, like, finish the sentence? If I wasn't making music, I'd be
A&R, finding talent. That's what I would be doing.
Okay. All right, so interview over. We got to know you. We went Dateline. Then we kind of freestyled with the questions.
Okay.
This is the segment of the interview where I tell my guests to talk their shit.
Okay.
So at this time, you ready? At this time, I'm gonna have you look into that camera.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you say whatever you want to say to whoever you want to say, however you want to say. It don't fucking matter. Promote your Instagram, promote your albums, promote yourself.
Okay.
JAYDA Monroe, talk your shit.
So, as I said, my name is JAYDA Monroe. You can find me on Apple Music, Spotify, Instagram, Snapchat, which a lot of people aren't on. You can find me pretty much anywhere. I'm like I said, singer, songwriter. I'm a mother. I'm an entrepreneur. Stay tuned in with me. Make sure you follow my brand. I have an skincare brand that's coming out that is catered to melanated skin, so people of color only. I don't really have a lot of shit to talk, because I speak for myself when I enter the room, so you know what it is.
I am Vic Carter. Look, she proud. I am Vic Carter. This is JAYDA Monroe, and this has been another episode of What's Good Casual Convo, and we out this bitch. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good?